organizing this and all the work she's done, and Kevin Lynch. Kevin's over here. Wendy's with the museum. Kevin's with the museum. My dad has become family to the museum. I mean, it's no secret that recently he went through some rough times. Yes?
Yes.
Not just him, but Mr. Hart and Ms. Gardner and other people too. And I think days like this make those hard times a little bit more tolerable, perhaps more understandable. But as I told my dad, I said, listen, the only people who don't get dirty are the people who don't play. Anybody play sports? The only time you get dirty if you play. The only time you're subject to not get dinged in the head by a sling and an arrow is if you don't stick your head above the crowd. So, as I was telling him during this ordeal, that sometimes take it as a badge of honor. That if you stay in the arena long enough, certain things are going to happen that won't be good. They won't be cool, they won't be enjoyable, but they'll signify that you're in the fight. So with that, he doesn't really need days like this. Honestly speaking, my dad, as long as I've known him, which biologically means all my life, has never really needed accolades. He's never really tried to get personal praise with the things he's done, though he's worthy. And there's not a person in earshot who doesn't like them. So I know he's enjoying this. Yes? Yes. But that's not why he does it. He does it really for us. All the work he does, if he told me once, he told me 100 times, and believe me, he told me at least 100 times, that what he does is to encourage other people to do what they can do. Right? I mean, and here's the thing, you don't have to do what he does. But you have to do something. That's the whole goal, is to, through his life example of service to others, he's just trying to show you he wasn't sent here on a meteorite. He wasn't born of something other than a woman. What he does and what he has, you can do and you have. That's the whole example. So in your appreciation for him today, in your celebration of him today, make sure you understand that you're appreciating and celebrating that which lives in you.
That's right.
Now, you don't have to do to the extent that he does. I want to be very clear. But you have to do something. Do whatever you can with whatever you have, wherever you are. Now, the last point I want to make, and this is the point that I'm really not, how many people are related to me? I mean, those who would like to admit it in public. Now, as an African American, I'm often given the opportunity to speak about my ancestors. And sometimes we speak in the collective sense of our ancestors who came over in the slave trade, Middle Passage. And I love all my ancestors. Those unknown, those unheralded, those unspoken for. But in this particular place, on these particular grounds, we can trace our lineage, our ancestors, to very specific people with names and faces we can identify. My great-great-grandmother Lila, right? I would say lived here, but that would kind of give the impression she had a choice. Was held here as a slave.
Yes, 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 yes.
And my other ancestors. So when you appreciate my dad, when you celebrate him, that through that, you are appreciating Lila and all the other people related to her that came before and after. And you are celebrating them. So I like to say, I want to honor and pay tribute to them, because many people won't get the chance, my family, that we had. My cousin Chris, who I think left, we walked across the field. He said, hey, my great-great-grandmother walked on this ground. And he didn't mean, not theoretically, not in some abstract, distant sense, but in a real way. Our family, our line can be traced from there over to the House of Rock Hill. And that's special. For the younger people here, we have to make sure that that stays special. So I just want to say thank you, Wendy and Kevin and all of you guys for coming out. I hope that wasn't more than 5 minutes, because I think I'd have to put around the collection tray if I talk longer than that. Dr. Chacon, would you like to come up?